Hey everyone, this is Alvin on behalf of Neil Napier and the rest of the KB Social team. So before I get started, I just want to make sure that you can hear me. Just give me a quick yes or one in the chat if both audio and video is coming through loud and clear. Alright, so on the screen right now, you should be seeing bonus webinar technical walkthrough. I actually forgot to put the name there of InstaSuite 2.0. But yeah, our call today is going to be focused on how you can use InstaSuite for your business, specifically on how you can use and build funnels, as well as how to set up the autoresponders inside software. Now, we're going to focus on those two things because, well, if we go with a technical walkthrough of everything, it might take 5 hours because there's like 6 things all in all that InstaSuite does. So we're gonna on today's session we're gonna focus on the list building feature, the autoresponder, and the funnel builder. All right. So yep, perfect, perfect. So everyone's saying yes. So we have Wolfgang, we have David, we have EB as well from Denmark. Perfect. So we're gonna get started now. Does anyone here already have access to InstaSuite or have already started using it? Give me a quick one or a yes in the chat. All right, perfect. So a lot of people have purchased it, a lot of people have accessed it, and some have not checked it out yet. Now, just to make it clear to everyone, because we always get this question in the in the chat and in emails, you will have until the 11th to get InstaSuite. After that, the pricing will change. So again, if you still haven't accessed that, if you still have not made the decision, make sure to get it on or before the 11th so that you can get the best price as possible. All right, so let me see. Waiting for my login. Purely successful. I do recommend you contact support if you still haven't received your login, because usually the logins are sent within 10 minutes of getting access. All right. Will this webinar be recorded? Yes, absolutely. All right. So, yep. So let me actually just. All right. Let me see. There we go. All right. So let's get started now. As promised, I mentioned earlier, is we're gonna focus on funnel building, because the funnel building itself actually is composed of 4 different kinds of funnels. So normally, I think based on my estimate, it should take us around 45 minutes all in all to show you all the funnels and how to set it up. The second part would be how you can set up your own SMTP to send emails. All right, SMTP, just for those who are not familiar with this, is basically what is a protocol that allows you to send emails. All right, we're gonna show you the free method, which I don't recommend, especially if you are doing any kind of online marketing, which is Google's SMTP. And we're also gonna show you some paid ways or cheaper ways, well, 80 to 90% cheaper compared to what you would normally pay GetResponse, Aweber, or any other known autoresponder. All right, and of course, we're also going to talk about how you can set it up, how you can set up the InstaSuite autoresponder so that you can automate your business as well. You can automate like sending broadcast messages and sequences to your email list. All right, so let's get started. Hey, Neil?
Yep, sorry, I'm here as well. Yep, I'm here as well. Now, I apologize, it took me some time. If you want, I can take over. I can basically, were you going to demo the software right away, or what was your intention here?
Yep, basically just go through the demo for the funnel builder.
Okay, if it's okay, I can take over and you can take over the questions. Sorry, I had to put out some fires, guys, so I'm a bit late. But Alvin, if it's okay, I can take over. Just give me the go-ahead, and that should be fine.
Sure, let me send the screen to you.
Okay, thanks. Thanks. All right. So everyone, could you please let me know that you can can see the screen okay, that would be great. Let me know if you can see my screen all right. It should have the dashboard for InstaSuite. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So great to have everyone here, by the way. Thank you so much. I know that we've been doing a few sessions over the last few days, and you've probably been to a few sessions already, but I wanted to make sure that I get you on this one, and I personally demonstrate some stuff for you, as Alvin just pointed out. Now, this training is going to go inside the members area, so under tutorials, we'll put a training that will be only for the replays, for the webinar replays like this, because in this one, I want to focus on two particular aspects. One of them is the funnel builder part of the software, and the other one is the list builder part of the software. So I won't take any questions in depth about any other platform within this. I'll just talk about these two. So we'll show you another two another day, and then so on and so forth. So just so I understand, by the way, because we have quite a few people on this call, just so I understand, have you already gotten access to InstaSuite, yes or no? And if it's a no, just tell me what's holding you back, because I would like to know what's holding you back, just so I know before we get in. So if you have, great. Yes says Cliff. Malim says yes. Sherman GRM says yes. DJM says yes. No, no. Waiting on login. Oh, so have you already paid but you haven't received your login? Is that it? Which one is it? Let me know. No, Alexia says yes as well. No plan to purchase while on the webinar. Selena, that's great. Glenn says yes. Yes, okay, most of you have. I think about 70% of you have, 30% haven't, and that's completely fine. If you haven't, of course, I'd like to know why not, so that maybe myself or Alvin can answer those questions for you. But having said that, let's move forward. Let's go into InstaSuite, and let me show you the funnel builder part of this software and show you how you can use it in your own business to create funnels that are ready for affiliate marketing. Maybe you're selling your own product, maybe you want to do CPA marketing, whichever kind of business model you have. I'll make sure that you get some training today on how to use a funnel builder to use that in your business. Now, let's actually make this interesting. Tell me about a website that you like, that you would like to create as well for yourself. So you like a website that's out there and you want to kind of recreate it for yourself. Show me, and I'll create that for you today inside the funnel builder. Let me know. Now, the very first thing you need to do when you get into this funnel builder, actually I should be logged into the other account, so let me just jump on over to here. There we go. So let's go to lifestyle. Okay, so when you're logged in, you'll be able to basically start creating your funnels immediately. You just come in, you click on, you hit add new, right? Add new allows you then to pick one of the different funnels that you want. It could be an opt-in funnel, could be a sales funnel, product launch, webinar funnel. I mean, this is just basically classification. You could start with an opt-in and do sales pages underneath. It doesn't make a difference. It's classification that you see down here, that you see over here. So I'm going to go with a sales funnel in this case. Let's click next. Then let's customize it. Let's say I want 2 upsells and 1 downsell. 2 upsell offers that I can give and 1 downsell. That's okay. And let's call this live demo funnel. Okay. Let's click on build funnel, and automatically builds up the bare bones for this, the very bare bones. So the front page is going to be the sales page, which makes sense, right? Then we're going to have OTO 1, OTO 2, downsell 1, and then a thank you page as well. So the beauty of this funnel builder part of the software is that I can drag and drop these elements over here. So let me drag and drop it here, and drag and drop it here, and drag and drop this here, let's say, and then drag and drop this here. So I can then build like connections, and this is mostly visual, right? So I can say, okay, if someone buys upsell number 1, send them to upsell number 2, right? If they don't buy upsell number 1, still send them to upsell number 2, right? Then I could say, if someone, let's say like this, buys upsell number 1, send them to the thank you page. If they don't buy upsell number 1, send them to the downsell page. Right, this is for you to kind of visualize. This is for you to see what it would be like. And then you have right here, if someone buys the OTO, then send them to the thank you page, the downsell rather. If they don't buy it, you can still send them to the thank you page. Right, this way, as you can see, all the bridges have been created. And just by looking at this funnel, you know that you've covered every different aspect within this platform. What do you think? Is it, by the way, useful for you? Let me know. Is this something that will help you visualize? Because I'm a visual person. It's very difficult for me if I'm looking at it and I'm drawing on a piece of paper, then I have all these papers lying around. It just gets really complicated. So if you have a platform like this, you can easily visualize it for yourself. Okay, they buy the front, from the front page, and they go to option number 1. They buy or don't buy, go to option number 2. If they buy, then this happens. If they don't buy, this happens. And then from there, if they buy or don't buy, this happens. Perfect. It makes sense, right? So then let's hit Save Flowchart. And once we do, we can hide the sales flow and start working on all the pages. So in this case, we have sales page. So I'm just going to select template. We have a few different templates available here. I think we have more than 100 already. But I want to, so there are a couple of changes we're going to make in this. One, we are going to classify them better. So you can also search, for example, right now you can search as well, but the classification isn't really very detailed, right? So we'll create some so that you can search, number one, and then you can also preview them. At the moment, the only button that exists is the button to choose. So you have to choose this template and then make changes to it later. We don't want that. We want it to be kind of easier in that case. We want it to be faster. So give me, I think I asked you for some websites that you like, and I want to get one of those websites. If you haven't given one, I'll just use my own. Okay. No, you can't use templates from other vendors. So you have to understand about software solutions is that when we do templates, for example, they are done in a specific way so that you can't import stuff from outside into this platform. It doesn't work like that. I mean, it's like saying that you can use a duvet cover as a pillow cover just because they're both covers. That's not the case. They are different sizes. They have different functions, so they work differently. Okay. Lilac is saying, so when we start, we don't think of building a website first, but we start with the funnel builder and think of it from the beginning as building up a funnel and the sales pages instead of the traditional brochure type website. Yeah, I mean, Lilac, you can still do brochure type website if you want to. You can still have one pager. So I'll go in here, for example, and I'll show you this. This is one pager. If that's all you want to do, it's fine. But to me, there's nothing truly one pager. There really is nothing truly one pager. It's all basically a sequence of pages. In this case, though, if I look at this one, let me publish this so I can actually show you this in real time as it's changing. So in this case, when you click on the button, it will just scroll down, right? So if I click on, let's say, this button, oh, it doesn't go anywhere yet because I haven't set it up yet. But if I do that, it will just scroll down. Whereas a funnel is more of a process that you take people through. Some businesses need a website, but most businesses need a funnel because a funnel is how you get leads in and you get sales out. All right, so that's up to you as well. For the funnel, do you have integration with Zapier? No, and I don't see why we need it. Could you please clarify what kind of integration are you looking for with Zapier? Let me know. Okay, I'll continue. I'll push forward with this template. So you've got a logo here, right? This is all under the header options. So I'll click on header options. Then I can go in here and change the logo. I can use a custom logo. Let me see if I can find my logo from here. I have a few things stored here, but okay. There we go. We have a 3D logo, which is not what I want, maybe. So I could go for this. Let's try job rack. Actually, that's good. So let's try job rack, and let's say you use this image. So now you'll see that the logo changes to be job rack, but now it's on white, and I don't want that. So let me change that color to black. Now it's visible. This text isn't. I can still change that. Maybe let me choose gray. Still maybe a bit lighter. Okay, maybe a bit darker. So this is the color that I have for the top bar, and I'm okay with that. I think this is quite fine. So I could use this as a top bar. So if you're looking for the one pager, for example, let me show you this. I'll go back into header options. This is my menu, right? This is, let me see. So I can click on each link to modify link text and or URL. So I can click on this one. Let me just move this down, go to webinar being a pain. Oh, for some reason I can't click and edit this. So I'll check that out after. But I should be able to go in here and change these header options. Maybe Alvin, you want to take a note of this as well. For some reason I'm unable to click on the menu items and change them. but we have the menu style, so all the menus can look a bit different, and all of them can be hyperlinked as well, right? So all of them can be hyperlinked, that's fine. Your menu items can even be with a drop down. Okay, so you can do much more with your menu items. You can display a tagline if you want right over here. It's kind of unnecessary, so I won't. You can choose a logo URL, like where the logo URL goes. You can make this full width, or you can make same as page width. So the page width is narrow, like this. You can do that too. Let me save this and let me open that up again. So I'm going to go here and open this up. There you go. As you can see, this is narrow width now. But if I want this to be wider, I'll just click on back to header options, and I'll just make it wider. But as I mentioned, for the menu, I think a few things need to be changed. It says click on each link to modify link text and or URL. But because I haven't built a one-pager with this for myself, I'll figure out why this is not showing up the details that it should. But in the meantime, you can continue to customize this. I think something's open somewhere, which is why I'm not able to even, okay, I can't click there. Okay, so let's just save it for now. Let me give it a quick refresh as well. So it's kind of in a way fresh. We don't have any residual stuff saved up. So when you do that, then now it's time to change this text. It says work with me. I could say hire me. Right, let's change the color to white. I could give it some background to front color as well if I want to. I don't like it though. I think this looks a bit ugly. So I'm just going to select all of it, and I'm going to say white, no color, right? Then I can go back in and I can make the text bold, underline, all these things. Basically anything you would expect to do with a WordPress editor. You can do all of that in this case. You can change the formatting as well. You can introduce margins, so it kind of ends up maybe on the right-hand side or left-hand side. All of that is feasible as well. I don't need to. I think I'll just leave it at this setting. Okay. Then you can change your name here. So this becomes Neil Napier. Oops, I didn't want that. Yeah. Okay, Neil Napier, that's fine. And I could be a product creator, or I could be, let's say, what could I be? Funnel Ninja. I could be a funnel ninja, right? So this is fine. Then you have to upload your image here. So you have to have an image that you can just put straight up. You can, if you have a URL, you can use that. You can also browse and upload. I'm going to put Alvin here because we only have Alvin's image and he's on the call. So I can put this. But as you can see now, the colors don't look that great, right? So I suddenly don't like the colors so much. So I'll just go in here and I'll say, okay, let's change the background color if we can from this end. Sorry. If you can, or I think in this case there's a background image, and I'm just going to remove that. There we go. Oops, but now all the text goes away. So let's Control Z and bring it back. So it's easy to basically make changes to it and customize it as you go along. This is a 3-column, right? So if I click here, if I have columns, I can even have 4 columns positioned anywhere on the page. So I can have 4 columns positioned, let's say, right here. So I can put 4 different things in here, and I can arrange them in an easy to follow format. Let me close this one. Okay, so it becomes easy basically for you to customize this however you want if you work with a template. If you want to create a new one, as I showed you earlier as well, it's easy to add a new block. So I could click here, or maybe I didn't show you this. I could drag and drop a complete block here, and then I could change this block. So I could say, okay, in this block, I want it to be, for some reason, red colored. Oof, that's very red. So I want it to be this color, and I could do that. I could reduce the opacity of the color, as you can see, right? I could introduce drop shadow or no drop shadow. To me, it doesn't make too much difference, but these are all aesthetics, and you can change these aesthetics as you want. It's entirely up to you. Then when you have this block, for example, you can pick some text. You can drag and drop some text. You can pick a video. You can drag and drop the video. You can pick, let's say, a form, an opt-in form. You can drag and drop an opt-in form here. I mean, customize it to your heart's content as much as you want. I'm just going to shift to white because I think, and increase the opacity. I think the old color was okay. So you can make all these different changes to these pages that you're building. If I don't want this, I'm just going to delete this. So now I'm only collecting email addresses. You can reduce the size here as well. There we go, right? So this basically makes it easy for you to change the page, to customize the page as you want, but you have a lot of elements already built in. All you need to do is go in and you need to work on those elements and you need to start customizing the page the way you want. And there are tons of different elements here. There's countdown timers. There is, let me just paste it somewhere. There we go. There is also social buttons. There are comments. You can put as well miscellaneous stuff like alert message tab, line space, HTML. There's so much in here. What do you think so far? Do you have any questions I can answer about this that perhaps Alvin hasn't answered already? Let me see. Calendar is already integrated. I haven't seen it yet. If I have a plugin for push notification, can I integrate it? Catherine, what kind of plugin do you have for push notification, and what kind of calendar do you mean? Could you explain again? Could you explain some more? Can we add a photo image slider? Not at the moment. That's something we're looking at. But if you have it in an HTML format, yes, you can. But you know, we are looking at, I'm going to make a note of it now, actually. We're looking at photo, I would like to look at photo HTML slider as well. I think that's great. We can do that. But can we use separate graphical elements or text from other templates and import or copy paste into InstaSuite? Jahalin, yeah, I mean, kind of. You know, you need to have the link. So you need to have the graphics somewhere on your computer. If you have that, yes, you can import them in. No problem. But you cannot import another landing page in altogether. How many different templates are available for each funnel? I don't know. I honestly don't know, and I don't want to lie to you. Altogether, I know there are more than 100, but I don't know how many templates we have, you know, at the moment. And I can also tell you that if I go here, as you will see, if I go right here, we have added 13 new templates on April 4th and 18 new templates on April 2nd, and we have a few more that are going into design right now. Okay. Does this include all the builder features from InstaBuilder? I honestly don't know. I have never used InstaBuilder. I'm not involved with it. I know it comes from the same author, but I don't know if it has everything that is there. I think it does. I think it does. Catherine, if you are part of the group, you're going to have to show me some more because we haven't looked at push notification yet. But if you are part of the InstaSuite group, then you will have to show me in that group if you want this kind of feature added, because I don't think there's a calendar or push notification built in at the moment. Okay. All right. Let's see. In the affiliate module, I'm not going to go into affiliate module, John. As I mentioned, this is only about, you know, the funnel builder and which one was it? List builder today. If you have a question about that, please contact our support desk, or Alvin, if you can answer that question. If you can't, tell me, you know, jump in right now and I will do that. But I don't want to attend to other things today. So let me know about that, Alvin. Okay. In the meantime, any other question? Let me see. Can you explain this question? Can we use templates from other vendors? No, but you can create your own version. What we mean is you can build your own templates in here. Okay? All right. When someone presses the subscribe button, how do we determine where the lead goes? Glenn, very good example. Let me go in and show you that. So I'm going to jump over to subscribe button, right? So here are a few things you need to know. When you scroll over each element, you'll see that it kind of pops up with its own, all of these icons, right? So here's what you need to do. First, click on this. This is the form. So form number is this. You can change the width of the form. You can make it narrow if you want, right? So you can adjust the form from here. You can change the height. I think we want the height to be bare minimum. So when someone signs up, here's what you can do. When the form is submitted, you can even register them within your membership site. If you have a membership site built in, you can even register them to one of these packages if you have it built in. So people can basically get free signups to your coaching programs, your training programs, if so you choose. Then you can subscribe them to an email list within InstaSuite. You can choose a list from InstaSuite. You can choose ActiveCampaign, Aweber, Constant Contact, and WebKit, GetResponse, Infusionsoft, MailChimp. So we have all these connections built in with APIs. Okay, so you can take care of all of that. You can also then send people to a thank you page. So when they sign up, you send them to a thank you page. Then you can register people for a webinar. Go to webinar, Webinar Jam, EverWebinar, Webinar Geo. Then you can register people to a webinar and subscribe them to a list. At the same time, you can do 2 actions. Then you can also have custom integration. So if you have a self-hosted autoresponder, which gives you an HTML form code, you click on the parse raw HTML form, you put the form code in, process form code, and it automatically saves the details for you. Any lead that comes in goes to your autoresponder, which is self-hosted, for example. Okay, again, that's just to basically change some of the things on this. Right, when you're done with this, again, click Save. Then this is important as well. The next thing, when you click on the form button settings, you can change all the text from here. So instead of subscribe now, I can say get in now. Right, I can change the button text. I can change the button style. I can change the button fonts if I want to as well. Right, so I don't like that font actually. Let me change it to something else. Okay, so you can change the font size. There we go, make it really big. You can change the width of the button. But again, width will, remember, depend also on this big form width. You can change the position, left, right, or center. Colors, corners, formatting, icons. If you want to add icons on the form, you can do that too. You know, that's fine. I'm just going to reduce the size a bit. There we go. And then, this is important. What action should happen? So, you want to choose, in this case, submit a form. So you want this form, which we edited, to be submitted when someone clicks here. When that happens, you get the lead. When that happens, you've just got a new prospect. Does that make sense? Leo, we are going to add new templates as well. So it's a, how should I say this? I mean, I'm sorry, but it's a very negative question here. I'm trying to be positive with you, but I hate negative questions. Really hate it. Please get a refund if you're going to be like that. So we are going to add new templates. If you have a preference of what you would like to see, you can always recommend. We are not mind readers. If you expect to see something and that isn't there, it is your job to tell us. Do you understand that, Leo? Let me know. We are happy to improve the software. As I showed you in the change log, we have added hundreds of new things in the last 6 months. But if you come in and say that it doesn't have what I want a refund, by all means, go for it. We want people we can work with. Okay? All right. But like Selena said, yes, if you want to, you can develop your own templates as well. You can build your own templates, and you can save your page as a template, and that way, let me show you here, and that way you are able to basically reuse it again in future if you want. So save as HTML, save as template. If you save it as template, you can reuse it in future as well. Okay. So German's asking a very good question. The connection from landing page to thank you page is clear, but do you need to also set the thank you page in the form? No, you don't. No, you don't. It's taken care of it from right within here. Okay. This is a better price than ClickFunnels. Is it up to par with the features of ClickFunnels? How should I say this? ClickFunnels has been in existence for the last 5 years. We have been, or 4 years at least. We have been in existence for the last 18 months. So if you're asking me if an 18-year-old toddler is the same as a 4-year-old, no, that's not the case. We are improving and will continue to improve, but we also don't charge you $297 a month. Plus we have more things. I mean, ClickFunnels is more refined in a way, but this does what ClickFunnels does and more. Actually, not 5 features, Alvin. ClickFunnels has a membership site and affiliate network as well, but it doesn't have support desk. It doesn't have a blog builder. All right? Let me know. Cool. Then see if we have a question. What does the complete solution include? Alvin, can you please answer that question? Can you just try and answer more questions, if that's okay? Thank you.
Sure.
No, in chat, if it's okay. Just so, because I don't want to go over everything. I want to focus on the core elements today, please. Then here in the example you're using, let's see, I can use lifestyle.mydomain.com. No. Andres, it's not white label, so it will always be on InstaSuite. It's a software as a service software. It will always be based on InstaSuite. So your domain could be andres.insta-suite.com, and that's fine. But it will always be on our domain. Okay? Lead pages often give free HTML download samples of the most successful templates. Can we provide those as recommendation for InstaSuite? Ronald, please, yes, if you have some templates you want to see, tell us. For obvious reasons, we cannot copy those. For obvious reasons, we don't want to duplicate those, but we can create something similar for you. It's still up to you then to customize them more. But if there's a template you like and you're like, gosh, I love that template, please recommend it to us, and we'll build something similar, something that converts as well. Our goal is to add at least 20 new templates every month, 10 to 20 new templates every month. So if you have some things you want to see, all you have to do is let us know. Is it possible to also add HTML code to integrate other autoresponders that are not in the integration module? German, yes, as I showed you. You can actually choose, okay, I'll show it one more time, but last time. You can choose this option, custom integration. You go to parse HTML form, you paste your HTML code here, and this is how you use it. Okay? Do you host video, audios, or files? No, we don't host any of those. You have to host them, your content in Amazon, YouTube, Vimeo, whatever you choose. Also in the membership area, I'll quickly answer this one. Is it possible for our clients to download their content? I mean, no, I guess if you post a YouTube link, if you post an Amazon S3 video, yes, sometimes they can find the link, but we cannot stop that. We cannot block basically, your clients from downloading stuff if they have tools to get that stuff. It's impossible. I mean, it really is impossible for us to block that kind of thing. All right, so let me just go further down. Okay, so there are these various different things you can do within the landing page. Then we also have page options. Page options is where you can customize SEO tags, basically, so title that you want to give. Work with Neil Napier, let's say. And then I can put some description here, like, let's say, do you want to run Facebook ads? Get in touch, and I can help you. Right, so I can say all of that. I can put in keywords to optimize it further. I can hide it from search engine, show it on search engine. I can change the page width, so I can have the page, being smaller than it is. I can change the background color as well. I can put in a background image, background video. I can even change the typography. So I can change the type of text, the font that's being used here, right? Text size can be changed as well. There we go. So you can really change the text size. I mean, keep it reasonable, somewhat big. You can change the line heights. So again, basically settings that you can change around your pages to make it more interesting to look at. And I can tell you ClickFunnels doesn't do all of that. I mean, I've used ClickFunnels, it doesn't do all of that. I showed you the header already. Then we have conversion tools as well. You can build your own pop-up in here. So if I go further down, let's say okay, let's say show only on first time after 90 seconds, I can click here. I can create a new pop-up, right? So I can drag and drop video. Let's click here. I can drag and drop video. I can drag and drop an opt-in form as well if I wanted to do that. And this is how I can quickly build a pop-up, right? If I go in here, I can choose to get video from YouTube, Vimeo, or I can simply get the embed code. So there are all these different things that I can do with building pop-ups as well. When we have more, let me go back in. We have the info bar, so you can have an info bar on top. So every time the page loads, you can click here and create a new info bar, which shows up on top. So every time people will see a message like, okay, this offer is expiring in, X number of hours, something like that. Or we're running a special today. Please sign up here to receive your special coupon. You can do that on the info bar. It grabs attention immediately. I remember about a year ago, a product like this that would allow people to create an info bar was sold for like, I think, $37 or something, plus some upsells. That's built into the software, right? Then you have the action message as well. So this is just like a simple action message. If I click here, simple action message that shows up on the right. When someone comes in, you can say, hey, if you need any help, email us at this address. Or, okay, just so you know, we have only 5 copies left. Or if you want to get in touch with me via Facebook, here's my link. So you can present all that information here. Then we also have page overlay. I haven't used this myself, but page overlay is basically what people see first time when they land on your page. I would recommend not using that because I think it can get a bit annoying, but that's up to you. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to change the color on this because I really don't like it. Let's go there. Okay. All right. Then You also have a place to put in your Facebook retargeting script, your Google Analytics code if you want to. Basically, any kind of external JavaScript that you want to put in, you can put in here. Okay? So again, most places where you get these scripts from tell you what goes where, and you can just place them here. Once you're happy with all the changes, click Save, and you're good to go. That's really all it takes. That's really all it takes. If I click here, I can change the template, so I can click here and I can pick another template. I kind of, don't want to, because if I do that, everything gets overwritten, right? On the other hand, you can also download it as HTML, or you can save it as template. So in future, you can reuse this page over and over again. Does that make sense so far? I'm going to show you one more thing, then I'll take some questions, because I think I've shown most features within the funnel builder. I can also switch to mobile editing mode. So this is what the website's going to look on mobile. So just by going through this, okay, this is what the website's going to look on mobile. I don't want this, so I'm just going to delete this. And I don't want this extra space. I'm going to delete this. If you want to change this, again, you click here. You can increase the bottom margins, reduce them, whatever. It's entirely up to you. So you can then customize the mobile look and feel of your website as well. Okay, let's save this. And I'll go back to the desktop view. There we go. So does that make sense? I mean, what do you think about it quickly? Do you have any questions? Do you have any feedback? Let me know. We're always open for feedback, but constructive one. If you want to see new features in this, if you want to see new templates, all you have to do is jump on over to Facebook or contact our support desk and tell us what you'd like to see. If it's possible, we'd be more than happy to add something there. I mean, really, our goal again is here with the software to make it something bigger, something better. And I want to make sure that we do that with you than without you. Okay? Maybe, oh, sorry, Catherine, yes, maybe I wasn't clear. If I want to make it possible for my clients to download their content, is it possible? Yes, it is possible. You can just put the buttons and they can download it. But again, I'll go into membership software another time. Can you put a link on an opt-in form within the info bar? Great question. Let's try it out. So I'll activate the info bar. Let's go into conversion tools, and there's the info bar. Let's edit it. You said, can I put in an opt-in there? Let's see if we can actually do that. I suspect it might not be possible. Or it is possible. Well, who knew? There you go. There you go. I think it looks a bit bad, though, so I probably wouldn't use it like this. I probably would do more like just a button. So let me show you. If it was me doing this, I would just put up a button. Let's say, let me just delete this one because I don't want it. So I'm going to delete this. Okay. If it was me, I would put a button. Then I would say on this button, on action, let's activate, let's open a pop-up, right? This could be a pop-up. So when someone clicks on the button, this pop-up opens up. So you could do that. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I just wanted to add something. Something really cool about the pop-up is that it's not just your regular pop-up thing. There's actually a on-scroll method there as well. That basically they get a pop-up once they scroll down based on how much percentage you want them. So, for example, if they scroll down halfway, they get a pop-up instead of them being able to push through, which is pretty cool as well. I mean, behavior-based action being added in the pop-up. Neil? Yeah, that's about it. So just add that method as well.
Can you answer a few questions for me? I'm just going to talk to Susanna quickly, and I'll get back.
Oh, sure. Let me just go through the Q&A a bit. Yep. So, guys, for the recording, yes, again, we'd like to get it sooner, but we can, as much as possible, we don't want to overpromise. So we might get it on the weekend. We'll add it up as well in the members area once it's ready. Okay. All right. Let me just go through now. Let's just do the Q&A first about the funnel before we talk about the other things. Yes. We do have an upsell for the agency that is actually available as upgrade number 3. All right.
Yeah. So Alvin, I can take over. It's fine. You can answer some questions, please. That'd be great.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Once I save it, do I give a unique URL? Nicola, very good question. So let me show you what happens with the URL. So I'm just going to move things around here. Okay. So this is, you can click here and you can change the URL here. You can also do it outside of this page, but you can click here and you can change the URL here. So I'm just going to say here, Neil Napier. And I can update URL. And this is now my URL. I'm just going to copy this. And let's paste it. There you go. So obviously, this is the overlay that's still on. So this is, you can see what the overlay looks like. It's frustrating. So I'm just going to click close. There's also, okay, we've got everything. I didn't cancel anything in there. Okay, so this is what the page now looks like. Right, this is what the page looks like. And again, I mean, you can customize this as much as you want. You can change things as much as you want. And I think, Alvin, I noticed some issues in that template, so maybe we can make a note of it and inform the development team about that. But I think it's easy for you now with this template to make any kind of customizations that you need. All right. The tracking code is per page individually, or is it also global setting for all pages? It is per page. We don't want to do global setting because I think it might be too big, especially if you have too many domains, or even within one domain if you have too many different funnels. So it might be a bit tough if we do tracking per, let's say, domain. I mean, typically domain stuff only works for Google Analytics. So yeah, but I will make a note. Maybe it's possible to build something on domain level. I'm not entirely sure though. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, then next question is, can you confirm that any new feature will only be available with the upgrade version? So Catherine, yeah, here's how it's going to be. When we add, let's say in the funnel builder, we add new templates, everyone who has the main offer gets this. When we add, let's say in the membership site builder, when we add gamification, everyone with the main offer gets it. When we add within the blog, maybe new widgets, everyone with the main offer gets it. However, if we create a new module altogether, let's say the new module is chat, software, which you're planning at the moment, like InstaChat. So if we introduce chat, for example, that you can use on your pages, on your membership sites and such, if you introduce something like that, that's a new module altogether. That will only be available to pro buyers. All right, so that won't be available to everyone. That will be restricted to the pro buyers only. Is that okay? Is that clear? Let me know. Now, before I do go any further, before I start showing you the list builder aspect of it, if you still haven't gotten in, you can still ask us for a link on this call, and Alvin will give you that link. If you have the main offer and if you want to get one of the upgrades, please confirm that you do, and Alvin can give you the link to the upgrade page. But mostly what we want to know is we want to make sure that this is something that works for you. This is something that gets results for you. So when you jump into the Facebook group, which I'll ask Alvin to screen share later, when you jump into the Facebook group, you'll see that we're very active there. I will continue to be active. I want to do more live videos, and basically show you new things that we're working on, and you'll see a lot of new things coming up as well. In fact, do you want me to reveal something that we're working on right now? That'll be available in like 6 weeks' time. Susanna said 6 weeks' time, so I'm hoping, but that would be just massive. That would be really, really big, and it'll be available to everyone. Would you like to know what that is? I mean, I know I'm kind of keeping you on the edge with this, but give me like 10 yeses and I'll tell you. I promise I'll tell you if I get 10. It's a big reveal. Okay. Shavana, the Pro is an upsell. Maybe Alvin can tell you about that in chat. That's fine. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more, and I will tell you. One more. Okay, 10. All right, there we go. So here's the thing. As you know, in the software, we have 6 parts: membership site, blog builder, list builder, funnel builder, all these different things. And you probably noticed something, that all of them have some common themes. All of them have, I mean, Affiliate Center only has one, but we're adding more to this, but they all have some common themes, right? So here's the thing. Imagine that you have a new business idea. Imagine that you wake up one morning on a Saturday, you're energized, and you think that instead of wasting away my day, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a new business for, let's say, online consulting, with yoga teachers. I could set up a course like that. So you could choose to set up that kind of course, but the problem is if you were to do it outside of this, you will first go buy a domain. Maybe you will need hosting, maybe not. If you already have it, you don't. Then you will need to buy a WordPress theme, then you'll put up a WordPress theme in there, then you'll build your sales pages, you'll build your membership sites. I mean, it will take you a few weeks to basically get everything done, right? I think that's a fair estimate, right? With the new thing that we're going to release, which is, again, I'm hoping within 6 weeks, it might take a little bit longer. With that new thing, you'll press a couple of buttons, and the funnel will be set for you, the membership site will be set for you, the list builder part will be set for you if you want, that is, the designs, the affiliate center will be set for you, the support desk will be set for you. Everything, all the designs will be the same. So think about it like a business, right? Facebook as a business, you don't see Facebook, having pink business cards or pink websites. They have blue, they stick with that one color. The entire business is built on color. The entire business is built on themes and consistency. So with this new thing that we're developing, it's like a bazooka. With that one button, you'll be able to do 6 different things in one go, instantly. And then you can go in and customize them as you want. How does that sound? How does that sound to you? Let me know. Okay? Let me know. If that sounds good to you, that's perfect. I mean, we're going to, help you basically do more. Okay? What do you think about this, Alvin?
All right. Yeah. So, guys, I hope everything's clear so far. Again, if you have any questions, let us know. Again, it's a very, very powerful tool you have here. As someone who creates funnels a lot and does a lot of the marketing, it does make sense to make things integrated into one. So it just again, being able to log in or having to log into one software to the other just to get things done is a pain, and this just makes it very easy. All right. So yeah, let me see. Again,
So
yeah. Sorry, no.
I can go ahead. Sorry, Alvin, I can go ahead. Sorry, I think I was messaging you and then I jumped back and the screens were just changing all the time. Now, I should show the screen again. Okay, there we go. I apologize for that. So, getting more interesting, what else is in the pipeline? Leo, I can't really reveal too much yet. I mean, you have to understand that at the moment, Susanna and I are quite busy just supporting the current customers, so we haven't had time to talk about this more, like what else you want to do. But, when you join the group, come in and tell us what you want to see, and we'll see when it's possible. That's what I can say. Now, let me go into the second part of this platform, which is the list builder part. Okay? With the list builder part, here's the thing. You can use autoresponders like GetResponse, Aweber, Active Campaign. There's Market Hero these days. There are many different tools, and they're great tools by themselves. They really are good tools. I'm not dissing them. I'm not saying that those tools are bad. You shouldn't get them. I think those tools have a lot of potential if you have the money. That's the key thing. You need to have money to be able to send emails, and that's where I'm not happy, because people who are just starting out are not able to do this. People who want more control are not able to do this, which is why we developed the list building aspect of the software. Okay, this is why we developed the list building aspect of the software. You still need your SMTP, and I'll explain why. We could do an SMTP for you, but honestly, the cleaning required on that is so massive. There's so much upkeep required on that. SMTP companies literally are making, just from the SMTP, $1 million a month. It's an entirely different business, the one that we couldn't get involved in. So as long as you have an SMTP, which you can get from SendGrid, Mandrill, Mailgun, Elastic Email, lots of different places, you can come into integration, you can hook up your SMTP details, you can put in your default name and email address, you can add a header for your emails as well if you want. I don't know what that means, but if you're technical enough, you know what that means. You can blacklist email addresses. So if you don't want some email addresses to ever get your email, you can put them in here. You can blacklist domains. You can just go to Google and type bad domains and it'll bring you all these lists. You can blacklist IP addresses if you want. Again, it's a bit technical, but you can do all of that. And then you can also choose to allow subscribers to resubscribe to the same list, and also block role-based email address from subscription. So you can do all of that within InstaSuite. All right. Then you can also add blocked role-based addresses below. So if you want to say anyone who signs up with a ViewSat email doesn't get, emailed, you can do that here. When you're done with this, the next step is to create a list. Now, the two things you need to know. Number one, you can use the list within InstaSuite, but you can also use the list outside of InstaSuite. So just bear that in mind, right? I'm just going to click on Create List, and I'm going to say, okay, live demo. Let me go up here. All right. This is the email. This is the email address. I can change this as well if I want to. Description, this is for you. Contact address, so you just put in your address here. Then you have email signature as well. It's up to you. So I could say Neil Napier, CEO, InstaSuite. Right, I could even link to right, there we go. Okay, so I could hyperlink this. So any email I send now will go with that link. We'll automatically have that link at the end, right from here. Okay, so you can do that in here as well. When you hit submit, your list is saved. You can build in a sequence as well. So if you click here, you can say what sequence you want this to be. You can choose list. You want to choose the live demo list. Then I'm going to add a welcome sequence, welcome 1, submit, and then you can start going and start adding sequences. So add a new step. You can say, okay, I want this to be sent out 0 days after subscription. Great. You want this to be sent out 2 days, 30 days. You can do all of that. We run cron jobs in the software, which means that we automatically go through the list and see what emails need to be sent where. So we take care of all of that. Okay? Then when you're done, you can either preview and test. So you can say, okay, send this email to my email address so I can see what this looks like. You can check spam score. It'll tell you what the spam score is. Okay, it's good. And then you can save the step. You're done. Simple as. The next thing is the ability to add and import subscribers. Now, as you know, with the main offer, the limit is 1,000 subscribers or members per domain. With the upgrade, you have 10,000. Right? With the upgrade, you have 10,000 per domain. So in this case, you have 1,000. If you need more, get in touch with us. We'll probably charge a little bit every month extra, and we'll be able to get you on one of the plans, bigger plans. Okay? Then you can either add subscribers manually, so you can click here and you can add subscribers to one or multiple lists manually, or you can import subscribers. So you can click on import, you can either add all of them here, you can upload a CSV text file, and you can import subscribers here as well. Then when you're done with that, you can create forms. But before I get there, I want to take any questions you have about this. So let me know if you have questions and I can answer those for you as well. You get all these features for $297 a year. That's correct. You get all these features for $297 a year. Question, can we integrate banners like we see on the left? No, I mean, so the banners that you see on the left are for us. They are for our membership site. It's on the membership site, so you don't do that. But on the membership site, it looks different. And again, I'll discuss that in another session. Okay? Looks like this already is and will become the most advanced IAM tool on the market. Jean-Claude, that's what we want it to be. I mean, really, we're going for the stars here. Even if we miss, we'll land on the moon, or I think it's the other way, go for the moon, land on the stars. But regardless, our goal is to make this better than everything else out there. But let me go even further. The next step is creating forms. Now, like I mentioned, you can either collect leads within InstaSuite, or you can also, collect leads outside of InstaSuite. And I'll give you an example when you will need something like that. If someone reaches out to you and says, hey, I'll build your list for you, and each member will be $1 per sign up. You say, okay, great. Here's my form that you can sign people up on. So you click on Add New. For that, you can create a new opt-in form. So let's call this Live Demo 1. List we'll choose in this case will be Live Demo. Thank you page. And again, remember, these are all the thank you pages in your funnels, right? I could choose this as the thank you page. If they're already subscribed, you can send them somewhere else. So you can, you can choose a custom URL as well there. So you can send them outside of the website as well if you want to, and that's completely fine. Then a confirmation email if you want one. I usually would say no, just do single opt-in, it's okay. But you can send them a confirmation email that, hey, you have to confirm your subscription, and then we can send you your gift. And then comes a design. Now we have 3 templates in here built in at the moment. Honestly though, I don't like them so much. So this is one of the changes that I really want to build on this. I want to make it different. You can change the text, and that's fine. You can change the text as much as you want, but you can't change, the orientation. You can't change too much. So I want you to be able to design your own forms as well. So that's something that I have spoken with Susanna about, and that's something we'll be working on, I think most likely in May. But that's something I would like to see changed. This is still okay, but there's some forms that don't look good at all. Then you click on next step, save, and you're good. Okay, the form's done, you're ready. This is the form HTML code. You can give it to someone else. You can, if you want the hosted form, let me open this in a new tab. This is what the hosted form looks like. So you get all of that as well within InstaSuite. Then the next step is sending a message. So when you have an email list, you can either choose to send them a broadcast. So you can say, okay, add new, I want to send an email right now to multiple lists. I could say, okay, I wanted to send to all these lists. I want it to be a ready-to-go email from a template, or you can also set limit. I only want it to be sent to 100 people. Up to you. For whatever reason, you could do that if you wanted to. You can pick a subject line. You can personalize the content with subscribers' email and so on, subscription link, site URL, and subscription link, and all of that. So you can send them an email. You can preview and test. You can set the schedule as well, so you can send it in advance as well. And as I showed you earlier, you can check spam score as well. Okay, so I'll just put in some subject, hello, and say hello. Okay, I'll just change this. Check spam score. Okay, the email's good. I mean, probably no one would open it or read it, but the email is good, right? When you're done, click on save, and the email will go out. When you go back to broadcast list, you can also resend to existing. So we don't have any broadcast done at the moment, but what you can do is you can choose if people haven't opened an email, you can send them. If they haven't opened an email, then you can send them a message, right? In future, we will also add more segmentation. So if they haven't clicked on an email, send them another message. If they haven't, clicked on an email in the last 30 days, send them a message, send them an email. So you'll be able to do all of that in future as well. That's just broadcast. Sequences, I already showed you. We created a sequence in front of you, and you saw how easy it is to basically build a sequence and add new steps and build it as you go along. Okay. Ronald, could I ask you to please contact support desk for that? I mean, we might be able to reach on a deal, on an agreement, but you will have to contact support desk for that, if that's okay. I can't, promise you anything now. The best way to do it is go via support desk. Okay? Mike, yes, this will be recorded and in the members area by the 12th. All right? Based on the previous audience question and the answer, now I'm confused. No. Jean-Claude, the $297 a year does not include new modules because that's just the main offer. That is just the main offer. Once you get that, you can get the pro version after that. Okay? And new step equal to add new autoresponder email in the sequence, right? Yeah, the new step is to add a new autoresponder sequence. So if I click on new step, I can do an add step, I can remove a step as well. So once this is done, let's say 1, and let's save this. Done. We should rearrange this, right? Because this should go like this. So Alvin, you can maybe make a note of this as well, that if based on the order, it should go up. But then, yes, you can, delete some steps if you want to. You can add new ones as well. Catherine says really simple and clear. Love it. Okay, excellent. I'm just going to drop a link to the Facebook group as well, by the way. If you're not part of the group, I would recommend you highly to please join that. Ask your questions in there, request features in there, and that is completely fine. I mean, I'm more than happy to basically take your requests, and that's completely okay. Now, we do have some more things within this. So you can see within the dashboard, you can see statistics, how many lists you have, active subscribers, how many people have signed up, what's been the open rate, the unsubscription rate, and so on. You get all this information here. And then you have some email templates here that you can create of your own. You can add new, and you can build in an email template that will make it easy for you to send an email in future. So all of this is available within the list builder. There's also this reports and stats section. I'll show you this right now. In the reports and stats section, we cover a lot of different things, such as what kind of traffic you're getting, how many visits you've gotten, how many new sales you've gotten, revenue. Again, if everything is going through our site, so we track all of that. Okay, so we track everything there. Then we also track, for example, funnel stats. So how much traffic your funnels are getting, and how they're converting, how many leads, and so on. Visitor logs, so basically where the visitors are coming from. You can see a lot of visitors. If you have, you can see log here. Same with the data here. I know you don't see anything. Actually go to KV Social, because we have some data there already. So if I go into reports and stats, if I go into visitor log, you can see this is all the visitors coming in, and this is where they're coming from, different places. You can see visitor by location. So overall, where the visitors are coming from, country, you can see it on the map. You can see on India, there are 4 visitors. From the US, we had 56. From Brazil, we had 3. So you see all those stats. You also see the traffic sources. So you can see that a lot of traffic came from UpViral, then from our KV Social link, from the main domain, from, again, UpViral, SendRanker, and so on and so forth. And then you have the sales report as well. So if you are selling from within this membership, then you also see reports as to how well you're selling. So all those details are available for you within this dashboard already. Okay. Is it easy to build pages for a service type business? Greg, yes, it is. Very easy. The page I built for you today is actually based on service business. How hard is it to set up the SMTP server so we don't pay for the outside autoresponders? Initially, it's quite easy. I cover this in the training, and we'll add the training in the members area before the 12th as well. Initially, it's quite easy, but honestly, the maintenance and cleanup will cost you a little bit. That will cost you a little bit. In that case, what I recommend is using something like, let's see, mailgun pricing. Using something like this. I mean, it's it's economical after a while. So if you're sending 50,000 emails, for example, or 500,000 emails, you only pay 0.00050 for the email. So if I show you this, let's say you have, let's say you have 10,000 leads, right? And you're mailing 10,000 leads. So you mail every day, once every day, you mail. So you mail for 30 days. You have 300,000. So approximately, and again, I'm approximating it, you will end up paying $150 a month for 300,000 emails. And honestly, for me, each email gets us like 25 cents in revenue. So if I give you some idea there, 300,000 multiplied by 0.25 cents. So for all the emails that we send, we make about $75,000. And if it costs $150, that's okay. That's quite all right. I think I have my number right. Could be $7,500. But that's how you need to look at the SMTP equation. Okay. Great. Now, this is all I have to show for this today. Before we do go away, though, I want to know from you, if you're still on the fence, what's holding you back? If you haven't bought the Pro version or the upgrade number 2, which is the Insta series, or upgrade number 3, let me answer any questions you have about that. So just, pitch your questions here. If you haven't got any upgrades, tell me why. If you haven't even purchased InstaSuite, tell me why. I mean, maybe there's something I haven't conveyed clearly. Maybe it's something that you haven't asked. So whatever it is, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to kind of answer these questions for you and help you know exactly what everything entails. So what are the prices on the upgrades? Let me go. I can't go into the presentation because I have a different one open. Let me just open up Let me pause my screen. I'm just going to open up a different presentation and walk you through that. Just give me a second. All right. Go ahead, Alvin.
I don't know. I was waiting for you.
Okay, I'm just waiting for PowerPoint, so we're all waiting for someone. Okay, now I'm waiting for Windows. God, I really should get a Mac. Okay, so in this case, I want to walk you through the Pro upgrade. I want to tell you basically what you get as part of that. So just let me share my screen in 3, 2, and 1. So you should see it soon. So with the main license, you get the ability to have 5 custom domains, 20 funnels per domain, 5 products per domain, then 1,000 active members per domain, and 3 admin users. With the Pro upgrade, we scale it up. So if you're more ambitious than just a regular user, if you want to have more than 5 businesses, more than 5 websites, let's say, then go for the Pro version. Because the Pro version has 25 custom domains, 50 funnels per domains, 25 products per domains, 10,000 active members per domain, and then unlimited marketing emails and 10 admin users as well. So you get all of this as part of your InstaSuite Pro purchase. Then, as I mentioned earlier on the call, when we build in new modules such as the Insta Chat, Insta Pop-up that we're planning, you will get those automatically included in there as well. The price for this is either $27 a month or $197 a year. So this is the Pro version. There's no one-time fee for this. This is only yearly or monthly for the simple reason that the development costs for this are much more excessive over the long term, much more excessive. So we want to make sure, and also like the scaling of the server cost, it's much more. So we want to make sure that you get a lot of value out of this. That's the Pro version. Does that answer your question? Let me know, Jim, if it's okay. Will the Pro upgrade be available after the launch? Armand, not at this price. I can promise you, not at this price. After the launch, we are only going to switch to monthly and yearly because that's how we built the software. So after the launch, the price on monthly is going to be, or on the basic is going to be $67 per month. On the Pro version plus the basic, it's going to be $97 per month. Okay, so those will be the 2 price points that are available then. Is the $197 yearly price locked in for life? Yes. If you buy during the launch period, those prices are locked in for life. You're grandfathered in. That's for you forever. How do we know how many spots we have used by domain under account? You can see it under here. So I don't know if I'm showing my screen here. I am. So if I go in here, you can see, I have 2 domains at the moment. You can click on manage sites and you can see how many sites you have right over here. Okay. All right. So if you have Pro and license, do we have 45? No. You mean Pro and main? No. Oh, with the agency. So, okay, I'll come to the agency in a bit. But with the Pro license, you have 25 domains. With the agency, we'll talk about it later, but it's mostly for client use. If you want to use it for yourself, you get 20 client seats, 5 domains. Let me paste some math there for you. Let me just paste some math there. Okay. Okay, I'm just writing it down. There we go. So let me know if that makes sense. It's okay you're asking, but I think I'd rather type it up than try and explain math verbally. It's just too difficult. Okay, great. So that's upgrade number 1. Then let's talk about upgrade number 2, not that link. Let's talk about upgrade number 2. Upgrade number 2 is Insta series. This is a training series that we have built for new marketers and intermediate marketers alike. This covers 8 different modules. At the moment, it's 3 hours of video. We are planning to add 3 more soon. And then we'll do 1 hour, 60 minutes, every week for the next 3 months. So we'll continue to upgrade this training. We'll continue to add more and more things to this training based on what you ask. It focuses on researching funnels, building membership sites, using email autoresponder, not just using the platform, but actually doing it right. How to write your emails, for example. And then also doing groundwork for high ticket sales, running webinars if that's what you were interested in, and driving paid ad traffic. So that's all the different things I will cover within this training. It will be priced at $197 for now. but the price on this after launch will go higher. I don't know to watch it. We're contemplating between 297 to 497, maybe even some recurring built in. Okay? All right. Then we have upgrade number 3, which is the agency license. With this, basically, you get 20 client seats. So imagine for a second that with the main offer, you have 5 domains, right? Or you rather, let me rephrase. With the main offer, you can get it for $497. That's exactly what you can give to your client as well, and you can give it away 20 times. So just do some math here. If you have 20 of those, right, how much is it that you are getting? How much value you're getting? One of them is for $500, $497. You have 20 of those. You're getting $10,000 worth of value with the agency license. So you can create access for up to 20 clients. Any which way you want. You could be a local business consultant. You could be someone who runs ads for businesses. You could be a web designer. You could be a copywriter. Anything, right? So you can do all of that, and you can create and give access to your clients again and again, over and over, over and over. So you can do all of that, and the price for this, again, it's valued at $10,000, but the price for this is $997 one-time fee. This offer is not even available after launch. We have a couple of certification levels that we're offering as well in this. You can read more about that on the sales page. I kind of want to go through it, but I realize I'm losing my voice now. So you have that option as well for the agency license, and that's priced at $997. This is only available during the launch period, and I know that the uptake rate on this is 10% right now. Everyone who's getting the main offer is jumping in for this because the value of this is so, so high. I mean, just imagine for a second, just for a second, that you buy the main offer for $37 or $497, and then you get this for $997, and then you can resell access 20 times. You can put in your logo, and you can resell access 20 times. That's what you're getting as part of this application as well. Alvin, can I ask you to take over questions for a bit, because really I have another session soon, and I've lost my voice. So.
Sure, Neil. Yeah. All right. So let me see. For the pro version, can we change the subscription? I mean, if I begin with the monthly subscription, can I change the yearly subscription at $197? In a way, yes. Unfortunately, but the price will change after the launch. So the pricing we are showing you right now is only going to be valid until the 11th. So after that, the pricing will change. All right. So let me see. Leo's asking. So InstaSuite is 197. The Pro, no, it's 297 per year. If you want to get the lifetime, it's 497. And the Pro version is either you can get it at monthly for 27 or 197 per year. All right. So you just need to add them up if either you want monthly or yearly. So if you want to get it monthly, the main offer in the Pro version is 37 for the main offer plus 27, so it's going to be $64 every month. So if you want to go for the monthly package. If you want to go for yearly, yeah, 297 per year for the main offer and 197 for the Pro version. All right. All right. So can you explain more about the agency plan? So basically, Andres, the agency plan allows you to resell, right? Allows you to resell InstaSuite to your clients, and basically you'll be able to charge any amount for it. You can underprice it, you can overprice it depending on how you want it, and of course you're gonna be able to give them their own logins. All right, they'll be able to get the main offer depending on how much the pricing that you have, and yeah, and you'll be able to get the sell up to 20 different copies of it, charge them monthly, yearly, depending on how you want it, and you also have 50 custom domain names as well. So you can use InstaSuite to sell InstaSuite to your clients. Right? So with this, you also get unlimited funnels, unlimited products, unlimited active members, unlimited marketing emails, and of course 10 different admin users to share access with. All right, and of course you also get the client management dashboard. So that means you can deactivate their license if ever they stop paying you or something. All right. So who will take care of support if they buy the agency? For product support, in a way, it will still be ours. But of course, for anything to do with billing, like collecting payments, that's gonna be on you. But for anything that's software related, let's say something doesn't work or there's a problem with it, we'll take care of that. All right. So basically, your only focus would be charging them and generating sales. That's about it. All right. To use the agency, I need to buy the others. You can you just need to get at least the main offer to get the agency. Again, any of the upgrades you have the option to either uh, get any of the upgrades, or you can skip through them and go to the other upgrade as well. So let's say, for example, if you have the main offer and then uh, you only have a couple of domains, you don't want to go with the pro, but you're someone who's just starting out, so you can get upgrade number 2, which is the Insta series, the training that Neil mentioned, instead of going with the pro. So you can do that as well. Again, you can customize your order based on the current needs of your company or your business. All right. So guys, let me know if you have any other questions. See if I miss any questions here. Now, if I did miss your question, just type it in the chat again. And yeah, again, I'd like to clarify that you can remove the branding in the InstaSuite uh, pages, so you don't need to worry about about advertising InstaSuite to your clients. So you can remove that, or you can keep it, and basically you'll become an affiliate as well. And that's also one way you can make money as an affiliate. All right. If I get this with 2.0 for 497 with 5 custom domain names, 50 funnels. All right. Let me just clarify that one. All right. So again,
I think it was more of a comment than question, but so yeah, sorry. The question was, is it per domain? No, you get 5 custom domains, so that's already 5 custom domains. That's the 5 custom domains that you're getting, and each domain has 20 funnels, 5 products, 1,000 active members, and 3 admin users. Go ahead, Alfred.
All right, thanks, Neil. All right, so any other questions, guys? For those who are still typing in a question, by the way, just type in a number 2 in the chat so we can wait for your question. Otherwise, we can also wrap things up so we can also prepare. I think Neil as well needs to prep for the next webinar. All right,
actually, I do have a question. Sorry, Alvin, I do have a question from people. Agency license, let's talk about that, because I know it's a little bit expensive, and Alvin can, in the meantime, answer questions in chat. But I know that the agency license is a little bit expensive, but I want to ask kind of also, I guess, as feedback to understand this, are you able to see the value in this? Yes or no? I mean, are you able to see the value in the agency license? Like what's holding you back? If you haven't yet gotten it, what's holding you back from getting it? Is it because you don't have a need for it? Is it because you're worried that you might not be able to sell it? Is it because you're worried that the price is too high? I mean, what is it? Just because I would like some feedback as well so I can understand this. And do know that we have only 50 of these available. And I think by now we have already sold about 19 in less than 2 days. So we'll sell out quickly. But I want to know from you what's kind of holding you back. And just so I understand, I don't think I would ever have clients to manage. Fair point. I mean, I think it's a very valid point. I did have someone who bought earlier on another call. He's kind of a hustler, right? So he hustles for money. That's how he likes to present himself. So he said that he basically got the agency because he can see the value in, when we are charging $67 a month, he can see the value in selling that at $497 for a one-time fee. And I think that makes sense. I mean, that's his business model. And if that's what he wants to do, great. You also said that if I could still undercut you and sell for 37 a month, I still am in profit, which again I agree with as well. I think it's a good strategy, but I know not everyone's a hustler the same way. Okay. What do you mean about active members? No, active members means people whom you sign, who basically sign up to your membership sites or who are on your email list. So they need to be your own customers, not ours. Okay. So Jean-Claude says this, and I will share this with everyone because I think it's true. Those who want to make a business with this is a no-brainer. I mean, those who want to basically use this to build a business, this is absolutely no-brainer. Someone's asking, why would I need 10 admin users? Well, I don't know, but if you know, but our team size right now is about 17 or 18. I have 17 or 18 people working for us. We have a big, big team. So having 10 admin users means that each user has their own logins. They don't need to share with each other. And Alvin, you can take over. I think I'll go ahead and take a break. Okay, I'll just answer this one. Agency upgrade is just one payment for whole life. Yes, so agency payment is just one-time payment. It's for 20 clients. If you want more clients after that, you can buy 10 seats at $47 a month. Then it's monthly, but initially the $9.97 is a one-time payment for which you get 20 seats. All right, Alvin, please go ahead.
All right, thanks, Neil. Yeah, so I hope that is clear. So let me know, guys, if you have any other questions. Yeah, so guys, just a quick question. Does anyone want a quick recap here of the funnel? I'll be happy to do that as well. Neil, if it's okay, can I grab the screen from you?
Sure, please go ahead.
All right, let me see. Why would I need 50 funnels? Well, if you're selling different products, you will actually need the additional funnels. Let's say you have one funnel for webinars, you have another funnel for selling your course, let's say info product, and then another one for a different course. Again, this is something that is but this is something that you can build your business with. So if you're comfortable with just an X number of funnels, then go for it. But if you do need more, if you need more, let's say for example you want to set up more custom domain names, you want to set up more products per domain, then you can get the upgrade as well, which is the pro upgrade, and that's what you should see right now on your screen. Of course, you're also gonna be able to get more active members in your membership builder. That means you can get more people to sign up and market to as well. Because again, something that I think we forgot to mention is that we also do have the membership platform where you can actually cross-sell different products that you have there. So let's say, for example, you sell, in most cases, let's say, for example, a video marketing course, and then you're going to feature as well another training course, but you're going to offer it to them as additional training they can buy, then you can do that as well with the membership platform. So having more members does make sense if you want to build or to generate more profit. All right. So when you build a sales page and use one unique URL, is that one on the 5 custom domain names being used? All right. Again, I think there's a not clear definition of what we mean a custom domain. Now, again, for every page or every funnel that you create, if you go back to InstaSuite here, all right, let me go back here, and let me actually show you what we mean with the funnels. So let me just close here. All right. All right. So if you go to the funnel builder here, each one of the funnels you create here is one funnel, right? And of course, each page is going to be something that's, if you open this up, for example, these are all the pages inside that funnel. So as long as you only create one funnel, that's the only funnel that will be taken out. All right. Of course, if you do run out and you have some older funnels that you're no longer using, you can delete those, right? And then you're gonna have another free slot that you can use. or you can just get the pro version to get more funnels. All right. Let me see. If I buy the Insta Series upgrade and then the agency, the same features for Insta are giving 20 customers the agency plan. Your customers will get the main offer itself. All right. So if you have the agency package, you'll have 20 main offers or 20 basic packages that you can subscribe them to, or you can sell to them. All right, again, you can price it any way you want as well. See, this is what I meant by banner on the left. Is it possible to advertise our other products with the banner inside the members area? Yes, you can. If you actually go to the members area here, right, you'll have something like a membership setup. Again, I like to make it very short because this training is mainly focused on the list builder and the funnel builder. But then again, you do have the option to get people to sign up here, and you can add your products in. Let's say, for example, you have different products here, and you can charge them for every product that you sell. And you can actually even make a product specific either to be something that is going to be available as an upgrade if they're already members, or you can also make it in a way that it's going to be available for everyone else. So you can also get them to be, you can create a sales page or a sales funnel, and once it's integrated, once they buy, they get access to the members area automatically, and they get access to whatever product that you have in the members area. The same way as most products are set up. Okay. If I get 5 products per domain, what happens when I need to add more to my store? In that way, you can just use a different domain, right? Or you can use or get the pro version instead, so that you can, instead of being limited to 5 products, you can have 25 different products in one domain name. All right. All right. So guys, let me know if everything is clear. So let me just give you a quick recap here of everything. Again, the main offer allows you, let me just go back here a bit. So this is the pricing for the main offer right now. You can either get it at a monthly price of $37, yearly at $297, or $497 for the one-time lifetime access fee. All right, it's going to be 5 custom domain names that you can use, or you can use the default domain name that comes with InstaSuite. You have the 20 funnel per domain. You have 5 products per domain, so that means you're going to be able to get a total of 25 products that you can sell with your own domain. You have 1,000 members per domain as well. So if you have different domain names that you're using for the membership site, you're going to be able to get a max. You're going to be able to get 5,000 members inside your membership area. You also get unlimited marketing emails and 3 admins per domain as well. All right. So this is the main offer itself. If you want to get that, again, the link is already in the chat. It's InstaSuite.com. All right. Now, the second second offer would be with the Pro upgrade. Again, all of the upgrades, as we mentioned earlier, are completely optional. So instead of being limited to 5 domains, you're going to have the 25 domains for the Pro upgrade, 50 funnel per domains, and 25 product per domain as well. So instead of 5 product per domain, you multiply that 5 times over, and you also get 10,000 active members per domain. So if you have 25 domains, multiply that by 10,000, so it's going to be a lot of members. You have around 250,000. All right, which is pretty much unlimited in a way. You have unlimited marketing emails as well, and 10 admin users for the Pro version. All right, so the Pro version is available in 2 prices. You can get the monthly price for $27 or yearly for $197. And with the Pro version, you also get any future update or upgrades as well. So one thing that Neil mentioned earlier is we're working on a chat support platform, and with the Pro version, you'll be able to get the the upgrades as well. Now, upgrade number 2 is the Insta series, which is going to be an 8-module training for everything from funnel research, building funnels, building membership sites, how to use autoresponders, groundwork for high-ticket mentoring. If you're doing any kind of high-ticket coaching or consultation, this is something that you can use. You have preparing for running webinars, driving paid traffic, and conversion optimization as well. All 8 modules are going to be included with the Insta series, and that's available for you for a low one-time fee of $197. All right. And lastly, we have the agency license now. This is for those who are who do have clients that are looking for an all-in-one software, so that instead of being just an affiliate, you can actually resell and price InstaSuite in any way you want. All right. So you're gonna get 20, right? 20 resell or agency rights. So you can sell InstaSuite to 20 different clients. Like I can pay you monthly, yearly, or one time, depending on how you want that set up. You also get the client management dashboard. That means you'll be able to enable or disable their accounts. You have 50 custom domain names. You have unlimited funnels, unlimited products, unlimited active members, unlimited marketing emails, and 10 different admin users. And you also get the double certification that not only will you be able to get certified for being able to resell or sell InstaSuite, you also get a certification from Neil that you are an active and trusted partner as well within the InstaSuite group. All right, so that's the entire funnel there. Now everything is covered with a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. So again, you feel free to try it out. If you already have a solution like ClickFunnels, you already have a solution like Lead Pages. As much as we want to tell you that this is better or something like that, you make this decision which works better for you. All right. Let me see. Let me have any question. Let me just go through some of the questions here. How do I access the client management agency with the agency license? It is actually inside your software itself. Can everyone see this? You see client. You should see client management here, or client manager rather, in the membership area. I mean, in InstaSuite. So this is where you can manage all your clients here. So they're gonna be able to create their own accounts. All right. On the webinar earlier, unfortunately, that is no longer available. All right, for Paramore. Okay, let me see. I missed the first hour of this. Are there any tutorials included for each module, or as I saw the training that we mean for 197 Gene is actually for the marketing training. For training on how to use the software, that is actually included within the software. So if you go to the tutorial section here, you get step-by-step instructions on how to set up everything, including from the dashboard, funnel, measure builder, blog builder, list builder, everything else. All right. So in terms of training on how to use the software, that's already included with the software itself. But when it comes to in-depth marketing on how to monetize InstaSuite and integrate it with your business, you can get the upgrade number 2 for that, or the Insta series upgrade, especially if you're starting out, if you're not sure on what to do with it. Okay. All right, so guys, let me know if you have any other questions. Just type in on number 2 again if you're still typing in. Otherwise, we're gonna wrap things up because I think it's been like an hour and 30 minutes as well. Can I use this for training? Yes. So if you want to set up your own membership site for, let's say, for training or for downloadable access, yes, you will be able to get that set up here. What we actually focused on when the membership builder was created was to sell e-courses, right? And let's say video courses, yes. So it's mainly designed for that, but you can make it apply for downloadable offers and even for, let's say, for example, you're selling WordPress plugins, you can do that as well here. All right. Remove the dot, friend, after ask. So it's https asksusannatheresia.com. You have an extra dot after ask. All right. No problem. Do you plan on offering a survey option in the pro version? Catherine, is a very good question. What I do recommend though is uh, I think you have the link for the Facebook group. So you may want to recommend that. I do see that there's a good chance that that's a good option. Or you can just use the pop-up builder, if you want to do a survey within this a landing page. But that is a very good suggestion. So I would recommend sending a feature request via the Facebook group. And again, we can't make any promises, but we'll look into it. All right. I hope that's fine. All right. No problem. You're welcome as well. All right, so guys, we're gonna wrap things up. I don't see any other questions coming in, and no number twos as well. So I do hope you guys enjoyed today's call and you got something out of it as well. And I do hope you appreciate the training and the clarification of all the features. So again, thank you for everyone for being here. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, friend, German, Jean. All right, uh, all right, Nicola as well, and Marty. And do have a great day, guys. Bye bye.